Do I think Messi's going to help the popularity of MLS? Yeah, I think so. This is kind of the tip of the iceberg right now when it comes down to soccer here in the United States of America. And we know about the players who have come through, and I mean over decades. You can look at a Pele. You can think more recently, not all that recently, of a David Beckham who owns Inter Miami. You can fast forward and look at someone who isn't as well known in the United States of America. That's Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I can name more dudes. But Messi, in this era, in this time of social media, knowing that the World Cup is going to be here in the United States of America in 2026, there's going to be an explosion over the past several years. And we know that listening to the women and getting pushed out and losing in the World Cup hasn't done all that well. But soccer is continuing to grow here in the United States. And speaking of Messi, last night, Leagues Cup for MLS. You don't have to love soccer or love football to appreciate what this man has done. He has come over to the United States of America, and he is treating the MLS like he is playing against his children. He scored in the 20th minute yesterday. Inter Miami ended up beating Philadelphia Union 4-1. And just listen to the broadcasters on Apple TV. They're amazed. They know this is crazy.
Kristoff into the feet of Martinez, has time to turn into Messi, advantage play. Messi driving forward, Messi from distance! What can he not do? We are watching greatness!
Yeah, he's great. It's like if LeBron James woke up and LeBron said, I'm going to play in the Italian league, and he was just dunking on everybody. This is what we're witnessing right now with Messi in the MLS. And let's be clear. I wouldn't be here on CBS Sports Radio talking about MLS or Messi or U.S. soccer or U.S. football if it wasn't for Lionel Messi. And soccer is continuing to grow. It's not just, people picking up, FIFA and getting invested into the game or getting into the matches. You got a real-life player, one of the greats in Miami. He is selling out stadiums everywhere that he goes. He has piqued the interest, and he hasn't even formally played in a single MLS match yet, as they are in one of these mini tournaments that even the NBA is trying to replicate. And so good on Messi. And then the stories and the contracts, it's bananas. I mean, how about someone who used to play with Messi? Well, I know, Stu, you know Neymar, right?
Sure do.
Used to be his teammate, 31 years old. He is going to play in Saudi Arabia. If you thought Live Golf or Saudi Arabia was just throwing around money for golf, they're throwing money at everything. Golf, WWE. They own some of the clubs. They own the club that Neymar and Messi used to play for. And even Neymar is leaving Paris Saint-Germain, of which he spent the past 6 seasons, and Neymar is running to the money. I can't describe this. I can. But I want you to hear this from a more authentic voice. It's an English voice. I want you to listen to this news clip from Sky Sports about Neymar and his run to Saudi Arabia for the cash.
Al Hilal have signed Neymar, the Brazilian superstar from Paris Saint-Germain, for a fee that we believe to be around 100 million euros, including add-ons. That's around 86 million pounds. But wait until you hear the confirmation of how much he earns. This is a year, 150 million euros. And I was just on my calculator there, 3 million euros a week, which works out to be €500,000 a day. That is what Neymar will be earning. That's 6 times more than his current PSG contract.
Yeah, if you want to do the math even more and translate that over into U.S. dollars, that's about a little more than $500,000 a day. $500,000, $550,000 a day, just about, for Neymar. And then he has all these ancillaries where he has a private jet at his disposal, at his whim, that he makes an additional, God only knows how much money. per each social media post. Hey, Stu, Mike, do you know how much he's making for each one of these posts?
It was $500K the last time I saw it, which makes me think if I'm Neymar, I am posting 50 times a day.
Oh, my God. He has a chef. He has a house. I'm pretty sure the house is furnished, anything that he would need in it. I don't think Neymar is going to IKEA. I don't know if they have IKEA in Saudi Arabia, but I don't think Neymar needs it. And this is nuts. You know, I think about this quite frequently. Where and when is the breaking point? Are we in a sports bubble when it comes to finances and salary? Sports is great. It's one of the few things that you don't necessarily binge watch. If you're binge watching, and I'm not talking about sitting down on an NFL Sunday, but if you're watching every game back to back to back to back to back for a day or two, I got to evaluate what you're doing with your life. It's not sitting down and watching Friends or Stranger Things. Like, you got to watch sports when it's happening. Otherwise, you're done. There's going to be another game. And so it has massive value. So that's why the leagues make billions. That's why the players, the contracts are 50 and 60 mil a year. That's why Jaylen Brown can make a massive yield in 1 year, 60 plus. It's nuts. Does it continue to climb high? Okay, Saudi Arabia is throwing around crazy money. But do we reach a point where a professional athlete hits $100 million a year? Are we going past that? It's a wild world and wild time that we live in. And I guess to the shock and the surprise of nobody, Saudi Arabia is, for now, boosting up the numbers, especially for professional footballers. It's a nutty world. Hey, congratulations to Neymar. Hopefully he can stay healthy to collect all that money. I don't know about that. He's had an injury history. But at least we got Messi in America. He's going shopping at Publix. He's whooping up on all these the competition in MLS. Working out for us so far.